Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. For our mini group project for CSC 430, we decided to come up with hospital management system. This is my group's member. First, we got Muhammad Fahmi bin Nizam Mustazuria. Second, we got Amir Zafri bin Zulhamdi. And third, myself, we got Ammar bin Muhammad Fauzi. We decided to come up with a system that based around what hospital may need. We make a system which can help patients, civilian, and hospital staff. If you are a hospital staff, you may need to put a password that will lead you to a special option. Where if you are a civilian, there will be an instruction for you for what you need to do. You may need to put a password that is a number 99 that will lead you to your options. This system will ease up everyone's work.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amir Zafri bin Zulhamli. I will continue to present the slide. Okay, for my slide, I will present about problem statement. There are some problems that we get from the research either from online source or offline source. Okay, for the first point, the lack immediate retrieve. So when it comes to retrieve information and particular information, it is difficult for hospital staff to get. Okay, for the next point, some information will be easily lost when using paper. Other than that, it will use a lot of space to store the important paperwork. Okay, for the third point, difficult to update information and a lot of process to do. It will co- continue with the a lot of procedure also. Okay, for the next point, error manual calculation. It is a common mistake for the people to do a mistake. Okay, for the next point is the menu of food are not suitable for patient.
Let's move to our objective of the system. Firstly, the system is built to make an efficient and long-lasting system to be used by medical staff and the patient. This is very important in order to reduce the cost to build new and fresh system. Okay, so we just use the the old system but the powerful one. Secondly, to provide better care and better experience for the patients. Next, to computerize and secure all details regarding hospital details and patient details. This is also very important as patient and hospital details are very confidential and cannot be leaked to the public. Next, provide a paperless hospital up to 60%. Scheduling the appointment of patient with doctor to make it convenient for both. Lastly, less time consuming and help medical staff make quick decision, especially in emergency cases. Here is my flowchart. Okay, start with in the INT main. User will need to input the data as staff or non-staff, enter 99. Okay, here is my function that I present before, which is INT patient, INT blood, void this underscore blood and void this underscore data.
So about my flowchart of the function that I do. Okay, this is my first function, and this is my second and third function.
For my part, this is my flowchart. First, you can see here there is start, then it will display which problem did you have, and it will list out those problem options. Then it will require the user to put an input. If the input is 1, it will display doctor available for that problem that has specialty in those kind of problem. If input is 2, it will display those doctors that have specialty in that. And the same goes on until the last option. And after that, it will display that if you want to make an appointment with those doctors, you may need to go to the counter nearby to set a date. There is an end on my flowcharts.
I will present our final project, source code, which is Hospital Management System. We start with INT main. Here is our variable used, which is char, float and INT. First of all, the system will ask the user to enter the ID if the user is staff. If not, the user must enter 99 to go to the main menu. Already declared here is the ID for staff, which is 1234. So when the staff enter the ID, the system will present this as the main menu. In the other hand, if the user not staff, they will enter 99. So the system will present this as the main menu. This is my first function, which is patient name underscore patient data. This is called as a function call. This is the function that we call just now. The system will bring us here. The system will ask the user to enter the date for today, enter the patient to key in, how many patient want to key in, and then we will restore all the patient key in into a notepad, into a file named patientdata.txt. Alright, and then the user enter the patient name, the age, the contact number and the patient roof as the information of the patient. And then here the system will close the file. My second function is number 3, which is update blood stock. Here is the function call, which is blood underscore stock equal to blood. Then the system will bring us to the function here, which is function that we call just now. Alright, and then the system will ask the user how many types of blood the user want to key in. We have blood type such as A, B, AB and O. Here I use a 2D array to display the type of blood and the amount of blood that already key in by the user. Here I assign a file named bloodstock.txt in order to restore all the amount and type of blood key in by the user just now. Let's move to the next part, which is view patient data and view blood stock. This is the function for display patient data, and this is the function call to display the blood stock that we already key in just now. When the function is called in INT main, the system will bring us to here. Alright, and then the system will open the file named patientdata.txt here. If not patientdata.txt file, okay, the system will come up with file not found. In the other hand, the system will display all the data inside the file just now until the end of the file. Okay, the system will continue reading until the end of line, and then finally the file will close here. Same goes to a function called here, which is void this underscore blood that we call just now in int main. Okay, now let's try run our program. Alright, then we continue to my second function, which is number 3, update blood stock. Enter number 3. And then the system will present to us here the type of blood and the amount of blood here. My next function is number 4, which is view patient data, and number 5, view blood stock. We proceed to number 4 first. Okay, here will display all the patient key in the system. We can see here this is today title, which is 15 July 2022, Muhammad Fahmi and Amir Zafri. Okay, but this system also will save all the data from previous. You can see here 14 July and 13 July. They will not override with each other. Lastly, we'll proceed to number 5, which is view blood stock. Here we can see all the data we already inside just now, which is blood type A 34 packs and blood type B 12 packs. Exit. Okay, now we proceed to the next part, which is if the user is not medical staff. Okay, the user will enter ID as 99. Okay, this is case 2, which is temperature unit conversion calculator. Okay, let's run this program. Okay, then it will display here the temperature in Kelvin is 308.85.
Now I will present about my function. Okay, for this system, my function is call function. This is my function, case 2. Okay, when the program is running, it will read this case 2 and go to impress. Okay, this is impress. This function is to determine the type of room with its price. Okay, first the user need to enter the patient room code. If the number that the user enter is below than 1 or bigger than 6, it will display please enter a valid room code. Otherwise, it will go through the switch case and display the patient room price each day, and the function will continue with the do while loop. First, the user need to enter the patient day spend in the room. If the number that the user enter is below or equal to 0, it will display is enter a valid number, or otherwise it will go through the switch case and show the total price of the room for the patient, and it will continue to main menu. Okay, now I will continue with my next function. So this is my next function for patient. This function, okay, this case 3 is to give the patient choice for their menu each day. Okay, first the user need to enter their room number and how many days that they spend, and this is the menu. So next, Uh, the user need to enter the date for the menu that they choose and enter what they want to eat for breakfast, lunch, tea time, dinner, and supper according to the menu given. And next, it will continue to back to my menu. Okay, now I will present about BMI check. So for the BMI check, okay, this is the function which is fluid power. Okay, first the user need to enter their height and weight, and it will go through this formula value and BMI. So if the value of BMI is below or equal to 18.4, they will display your BMI is what is the value of BMI and the category which is unweight, and it will continue with the other value, and the category will be different which is normal, overweight, obese, and after that it will go back to the main menu. Now I will present my output that I've explained. Okay, first I will go for the staff ID. Staff ID is 1234. Okay, my function is number 2, which is type of room with price. So 2. This is the menu for type of room with is code. Let's say I choose ICU, which is number 5. Okay, next. Total patient day spend, let's say 4. Okay, this is the total room price for the patient. Okay, next, I will go for the non-staff. I will execute again. If you are not staff, enter 99. 99. So for my function is BMI check. Okay, we need to enter weight, let's say 77, and height in meter 1.8. Okay, this is the value of BMI that I have entered from the weight and height, and the category is normal. Next, I will go to menu number 3, enter the room number, let's say 951. Please enter how many days you stay. I will enter 2. Okay, this is the menu: breakfast, lunch, tea time, dinner, and supper. Okay, first I need to enter the date. Let's say 2022. Okay, what menu you want for breakfast? Okay, this is the menu. You see, let's say A. Next, for lunch, we see. Okay, next for tea time, B. Next for dinner, we go A. And for supper, we go B. Okay, for next, we go for the next day. We enter the date first. Okay, and it will go to back to main menu. I think this all for me. Thank you.
Firstly, as you can see, it asks us for our staff ID, and if you are not staff, then enter 99. That's what we're gonna do. So we enter 99. And for my part, this is my function in appointment making. So enter 4. Next, it asks us to choose which teacher proper with. You can see that there is ear, nose and throat, skin, mental health, allergies, heart problem, high blood pressure, etc. and cancer. Let's say that we have a skin problem, then it will state that you need to have an appointment with our dermatologist available Dr. Wong, Dr. Hakim, and Dr. Shah. And if you want to make an appointment, you proceed to the counter to schedule your appointment. Thank you.